Julie Freeman's spent 30 years living in WA's Midwest. The Mullawa farmer knows how tough life in the regions can be.
We consistently do worse on just about every measure. We do worse in educational outcomes, we do worse in health outcomes, we do worse in standard of living.
She believes those disadvantages will only deepen if the McGowan government reduces the number of regional MPs representing voters in the bush.
I'm really concerned that if we go down the road of one vote, one value in the upper house, that we will just become out of sight and out of mind.
Honourable members, the President.
The upper house is where draft laws are sent for review. It considers the effects proposed laws will have on the community and if changes need to be made. The issue is that currently regional votes are worth more than city votes in the upper house. See, the state is divided into 6 regions and each region elects 6 members, despite having different population sizes. For instance, just 6% of voters live here in the agricultural region, but they elect nearly 17% of upper house MPs. The McGowan government has asked an expert panel to look at how electoral equality for every voter in WA might be achieved. But voters in regional WA claim changes will only make it harder for their voices to be heard.
Well, I think it's not a question so much about electoral equality, it's actually about equity.
Kimberley farmer John Hassell understands better than most the challenges faced by regional WA. As president of the WA Farmers Federation, he believes the current system helps protect regional interests.
When the city MPs have got the numbers, then they're going to do what suits them. And if there's 2 horses in a race and one's called vested interest, back vested interest.
He says the biggest challenge for country MPs is the state's enormous size. Mining and pastoral MPs already cover more than 2 million square kilometres between them, from Kalgoorlie to Carnarvon to the Kimberley.
There's 120, 130 odd Aboriginal communities in the Kimberley. There's pastoral stations. There's the 6 main towns throughout the Kimberley.
Community leaders say fewer MPs could make it much harder to reach constituents.
We really need MPs to be up here for several days so they can talk to as many people as possible.
But political analysts say it's hard to describe the current system as truly democratic.
I do not believe that the existing system is defensible or sustainable in the extent of country representation that it has.
While there are a number of different options being considered, there is unlikely to be one vote, one value reform.
But I think that they will set up the regions in such a way that non-metropolitan voters will have a little bit extra voting power and a little bit extra representation.
Minister for Electoral Affairs John Quigley was not available for an interview. He said the committee was expected to make recommendations to government on how electoral equality might be achieved by the end of the month. Evelyn Manfield, ABC News.